Yo, what up everybody? It's Stefan here from Mod2Fame, and we are back with another video. This thing is really messing stuff up for us. Like a lot. It's affecting us in many ways. Anyway, let me jump into it. Let's get ready, let's go. Man, I've been seeing in the comments and people asking, and I've seen videos about this, but I figured it would be good if I spoke on it, and that is how this terrible time is affecting YouTubers and ad revenue for YouTubers. So Mod2Fame not only is a YouTube channel, but it also operates as a full business that puts on events as well. So I'm going to talk about Mod2Fame from the perspective of both types of businesses. So first off, we can talk about AdSense. Right now, I noticed that our AdSense revenue is dropped significantly. So there's a thing called CPM, cost per mil, which is the value of 1,000 views. So in the case of YouTube, typically automotive YouTubers average somewhere around $7 for their CPM, cost per 1,000 views. As of right now, I noticed that CPMs are down, for me at least. I don't know about everybody else, but CPMs are down right now closer to around like 5 and change. So that's a significant drop off. That means that for every 1,000 views, you know, we're not even seeing $6. This is not a boo-hoo. This is a learning experience for all of you who will watch these videos and don't really understand how views relate to money. I'm just making it clear to you guys what it is. In full transparency, YouTube is not my full-time thing. I have a job that pays my bills. So before you make jokes how I'm gonna have to get rid of my cars and all this other stuff, that would be a negative. No, I work every day for a living. YouTube provides additional income, which really just goes back into the channel. But back to the point at hand. So CPMs are down over $1. So when you talk about being down that much, it affects you when you take those numbers and put them at scale. So far for the month, over the last 30 days, Mod2Fame has done about 1.2 million views in the last 30 days. So the way that you can figure out what revenue that would be normally versus what it is today, what you got to do is take that 1.2 million and you have to divide it by 1,000, and that number you times by $7 versus $5.50. So do both equations, and that tells you just how much money Mod2Fame alone is losing by not having the proper CPM that it should have. Like I said though, this is not a cry me a river thing. This is just so that you can understand, and also so that you can, you know, kind of get an idea. People think YouTubers make all this money. I guess when you do, you know, now we only did 1.2 million views. You know, there are significantly larger channels that do 10, 12, 13 million views a month. So, you know, you can also count their money using a similar CPM of $5. Even if you use $5, you can kind of calculate, you know, what they're making in a month, which is, God bless them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they should be doing when they are creating this content and getting that much attention. They should be rewarded for it. So all right, Steph, cool. So you down on that, but that's not really the huge hit for us. The huge hit for us, I would say, has been our events. We throw a really cool event called the Roll Race Invitational, and what it is it's an airstrip rental. We rent out an airstrip upstate New York, and it runs about 1,600 feet, which is about 300 feet longer than a quarter mile. And usually we cap it at about 40 cars. This time we were capping it at 60 cars. So we moved it up in size. Our first event, guys, was supposed to be April 19th, which is, I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but it should be very soon or close to that date. So the reason why I said was, and for those of you who registered for the event, you probably already know, but we had to move the event. We had to move it. We had to move it due to this terrible time that we're going through right now, because you can't have large crowds gathering. You got to figure, if we had 60 cars registered, then you're going to have, just so you guys know, the tickets are $225 to race. So if you want to count that money, you can count that too. $225 times 60 cars registered. Plus, we had sponsors as well. I'm not going to tell you what the sponsors paid, because I don't want to divulge, what they spend. But now that money, we plan to do 7 of these events. As of right now, that knocks us down to, we had to cancel this date and reschedule it. We're moving it to May 30th. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know where we're going to stand May 30th. We may end up having to move it to June, and so on and so forth. So what does that do to us? Like, what does that do to our revenue? I'll tell you what it does. It tears us apart. We project it. As a company, you usually project revenue, like what you're going to make. And events allow us to kind of project more firmly than AdSense, like what we talked about initially, which is AdSense, because you really don't know how a video is going to do, or how a series of videos are going to do. But events, you kind of know trends, you know the marketplace, so you get a better idea of what you're going to do. So we projected significantly a large part of our revenue for this year to come from those events. I don't know what that's going to, I don't know what's going to happen. And remember how I started this video saying that I have a job? Bro, if I didn't have a job and I relied on my small business to pay for my bills and to eat and to take care of my family, I would be in trouble. I say all of that to say, I want to send a heartfelt message to you guys who do not have a job because of this, or for you guys who run a business that is extremely suffering because of this. And the message I want to send to you is, man, hold on. Just hold on. We'll make it, man. We're gonna make it through. As humanity, we've been through worse. This is one of the worst, but we have been through similar and worse. I believe we're gonna make it through. And as I was looking at things, I was very down about it, super down about us not being able to do the events. Yes, one, because of the revenue, but two, because I love this. I love doing it. You know what I mean? I love coming together with my other car people and having a good time and racing. And one of the editors for Mod2Fame, my guy Sean, man, told me to be encouraged, and what he did was he sent me a super cool edit of footage that we never released before from one of last year's events. We never released this footage before, and I want to take this moment and share it with you guys, because this gave me the feels. It gave me all the vibe, all the feels, and I'm like, nah man, we're gonna be able to do this. We're going to get through this, and we're going to bring it back. Anyway, without further ado, go ahead and check out a dope-ass montage from the Roll Race Invitational, one of them from last year. All right, guys, go check it out. In 3, 2, 1.
Try me, they gon' bought the whip. And I got my bag right beside me, I'm gon' down with that shit. And I wish they would try me, they gon' have to come with that shit. From the 4 to 3, I don't know about you, but I know about me, I don't slip. We in the fast lane, swerving like I just bought the whip. And I got my bag right beside me, I'm gon' down with that shit. And I wish they would try me, they gon' have to come with that shit. From the 4 to 3, I don't know about you, but I know about me, I don't slip. Yeah, I don't like to stun a lot, no. I never been the type to drop a mortgage on some icy. I'd rather stay as the underdog, yeah, and have my fans stay loyal to who I am, not what I buy. See, I got issues with myself, it seems, yeah, cause I ain't happy unless I'm right about the problems in my life. And Mary's never the enemy, no, cause she stay with me when I'm low, keep it honest when I lie. And I'd probably never be here if I wasn't rolling up and smoking one. I'm with my dog and we chillin', you know we rolling up and smoking one. I light it up, yeah, I'm with my dog, yeah, and I'm gonna spin it, running the game for so long, it's no wonder I'm winning. Who am I kidding? I'm tryna go to the bank in a year and deposit $1 million. Tell me I'm tripping, offended. Running the game for so long, it's no wonder I'm winning. Who am I kidding? I'm tryna go to the bank in a year and deposit $1 million. Tell me I'm tripping. I ain't worried like I just bought the whip. And I got my bag right beside me, I'm gon' down with that bitch. And I wish they would try me, they gon' have to come with that bitch. I don't know about you, but I know about me, I don't slip. We in the fast lane, swerving like I just bought the whip. And I got my bag right beside me, I'm gon' down with that shit. And I wish they would try me, they gon' have to come with that shit. From the 4 to 3, I don't know about you, but I know about me, I don't slip. Yeah.
Yo, tell me that is not something that looks super cool, man. If you would have told me when I was a kid, you know, growing up in Brooklyn, that one day I would host events that supercars would attend and race, and that I would be able to play with cars that I have, and man, listen, I'd have been like, are you crazy? I don't know nobody that has this type of stuff. What are you talking about? To look now, and you know, that's a lot of times when you're doing stuff, when you doing really cool stuff and, you know, special things, you're not taking a moment to realize the accomplishment of what you're doing. I have a very bad habit of doing that. I'll be in the middle of doing something epic and be like, yeah, but this is missing, that's missing. Okay, but what about this? We didn't do as good as we could have done. I have a bad habit of doing that, and I gotta shake it. I gotta shake it, because if you don't stop and take a minute to appreciate the hard work that you've done, if you don't stop and appreciate your accomplishments, no matter how big or how small, you're gonna miss them. And then you're not gonna appreciate all that you have. You're not gonna appreciate all the good that you have done. You're not gonna appreciate all the, like, just positivity around you. You're gonna miss it. And I have a bad habit of that. Bad habit of missing all the good, looking at the little stupid shit of the bad. I gotta do better. You guys gotta do better by yourselves. Like, you have to. It's important, man. It's really important. And that right there, my editor Sean, shout to you, man. Red 5 crew, shout to you guys, man, for helping me to realize and remember that I'm operating at such a high frequency that, you know, even sometimes I miss it. I'm operating at such a high level of getting done, really cool, that I miss it. So thank you, because looking at that, I'm like, wow. And this is not to say that I'm the greatest or the best, because I'm my biggest critic. I'm the person that's like, you know, cool, yeah, cool, but what's next? All right, cool, but what's next? That's me. And that's not a good look all the time. All right. Anyway, guys, yo, thanks for rocking out with me, man. I really appreciate y'all. These videos that we're making, it's ironic, but you know, usually you see me making these videos, reviewing cars, racing cars, but all that requires being with people. But right now, all I could be with is myself. So ironically, finally, you guys get to be with me, just me. Like, not all these people around me, it's not all about the cars. This is just on some me stuff. I hope y'all appreciate it. But until the next one, it's your boy Stefan here from Mod2Fame, and cruising out in this Porsche Panamera Turbo. We out.